Okay, so this time our topic is about plagiarism and copyright infringement. So if you were not able to cite proper references, you will be able to encounter plagiarism and copyright infringement. So for us to give more details about the topic, let us all welcome Miss Mayan. Go ahead.
Plagiarism and copyright infringement. So first of all, we would like to define the plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is an ethical offense which includes use of someone else's work without providing proper attribution and passing it off as your own unless the source has been adequately cited. So here's the examples of plagiarism. Some of the examples of plagiarism was already heard earlier by the earlier reporter. So quoting someone's word from the internet, a printed article, or an interview without acknowledging the author. Copying part of the content of a work into one's own paper without citing the source. Copying or buying a paper and handing it in as one's own. Falsely creating a citation that doesn't exist, failing to credit and cite someone else's thoughts or ideas when paraphrasing, and paraphrasing in a way that relies too heavily on another language or syntax. So how to avoid plagiarism? To avoid accusations of plagiarism, you need to give credit whenever you use another person's idea, opinion, or theory. Any facts, statistics, graphs, drawings, any pieces of information that are not common knowledge, quotations of another person's actual spoken or written words, or paraphrase of another person's spoken or written words. So copyright infringement. So copyright infringement is a legal offense which involves the unauthorized use of distribution of someone else's creative work, which can include writings, songs, video, clips, movies, visual art, or other creative works, and is punishable under federal law. So here is some of examples of copyright infringement. So from the word itself, copying the work, adapting, transforming, translating, or creating other works from the original one, distributing the work to the public by sale or other methods, performing the work in public, including digital audio transmissions, publicly displaying the work. So how to avoid copyright infringement? Review and understand copyright laws and what they protect. Seek permission from the owner before using a work that is not yours. Do not rely on the simple defense, amazing is not required and will not hold up in a copyright claim. Assume any and all materials found on the internet are copyrighted. So, is copyright infringement and plagiarism are the same? The two are similar in some aspects. However, the two are distinctively different. Plagiarism is claiming attribution for a work you did not author or using someone else's work without proper attribution, while copyright infringement is using someone else's work without obtaining their permission. So what is the difference between infringement and plagiarism? While copyright infringement has one victim, the copyright holders, plagiarism has two sets of victims, the copyright holder and the people who were lied to about the origin of the work. The other important way to look at is that plagiarism is an ethical construct and copyright infringement is a legal one. So, sir. That's all po, sir.
Okay. Again, as what our presenter mentioned, no, the meron kasi tayong tinatawag na ethics, no, at saka yung plagiarism, etiquette, and so on, no. So, a translator's set of questions, the ETSs, no, sa there are some article that it has been hard to translate of some work and that pretended to be new research had in fact been copied, no, nangyayari yon na buong research kinopya tapos sinabing kanya, no, it happens, no. So most commonly citation systems are multiple and open informal, so they include reputation, no, then economies in the arts and marketing, no, yung playlist, no, hypertext practices, protocol, tracing circulation of stories, and so on and so forth. Now academic citation is one of the most formalized citation system. So while its logic may be self-evident to its practitioners, this article argues that academic ought to devote more effort to understanding and displaying its vitality, capacity and governance mechanism, and demonstrating its point of distinction from the copyright system. It is in their interest as researchers to do so because various windows in copyright law that allow academic research to proceed, provisions such as limited term fair use, no, meron tatawag na fair use or fair dealing in other country, no. So the Purcell doctrine and so on are closed or closing rapidly, no. So again, copyright laws is only one of the threats to academic citation practice, challenged by universities and colleges' desire to generate income from intellectual property licensing, no. And this system also appears to be under threat from students' easy access to plagiarizable sources on the internet. And this situation may invite a certain nostalgia for days of yore, no. But at the same time, student or studies of science, research, and publishing have critiqued the academic citation system, no. Again, what I wanted to point out is the essential distinction between citation and copyright is the proper citation practice turns on acknowledgement, whereas proper copyright practice turns on permission. So it is the net of academic freedom that one does not ask permission before critiquing the work of another. As awkward as it may be to say it in our present intense environment of anti-piracy, rhetoric, unauthorized copying is what we are all about in the college or university, with the larger goal of creating new ideas and argument, no, from the fabric of those already existing. It is also understood in academic in academic circles that once a work has been published, its spaces are available for free of use. So free, that is in the sense of free speech, not free-bear, in the terms of open source software people. One has to pay to buy a book or a subscription, but one does not have to ask permission to read or to quote. So in copyright law, this is called fair use, no? Okay, so academics are especially well positioned to understand these distinctions between citation and the currency of the research at the same time, no. So too much of what we now protect under the wish of an authorship is not creativity of innovation but merely investment, no. Too much of the word's creativity is unrecognized, and when it is recognized, our global intellectual property regimes provide rights without recognizing the responsibility that many people in the world hold responsibility to others, to their to the future generations, into the plants now and animals and so on and so forth, no. So it is very important for us to consider and always to understand the plagiarism and of course the citation as what I mentioned, no. So because sabi nga ng ating presenter kanina, no, we need to follow what will be the right, no, kasi nga it's too unfair naman for those who created the research, no, based on their ideas, based on the research and so on and so forth. Then we just simply copy and change the name of the school. Let's say a class scheduling management system from for let's say for Kainta Catholic College, then gagawa, let's say, for example, ng isang school, papalitan lang yung pangalan ng school, kanya na, hindi ganon. Okay? So I think that's it for this topic.